Angels come into play Saturday night, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Perhaps the fireworks tonight will do the trick, Gooby. We'll see what happens tonight. It's Game 3 here at the Big A between the Angels and the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and going into last night's game, of course, the storyline was the struggles that Mike Trout has had over the last couple of games. But oh boy, did he snap that 0 for 21 in grand fashion.
Yeah, he got a slider. It's worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. When you think about it, in his career, 278 career hitter against a slider, 27 home runs. That was the 27th home run versus slider. He stayed back on that really, really well. His timing was there. We talked about his timing the last few days as far as not getting that bat through the zone in a quick enough fashion, but he certainly did so on that slider. Drove that one out very quickly. 13th home run of the season.
Well, unfortunately, last night, Nick Tropiano got knocked out in the 3rd inning. Mike Scioscia hands the ball off to Andrew Heaney tonight. He's been one of the starters that has been spectacular of late.
When you think about the last 4 starts, ERA 1.80. His last time out, though, he was completely dominant. 8 innings pitched, 10 punch-outs. Reason why, real good command of his fastball. He was able to ride that fastball upper part of the strike zone. And when you look at the number of hitters on this Rays team, they are pretty good as far as pitches lower part of the strike zone. That fastball up sets up that changeup, that fade changeup going away, and his slider really, Victor, I think has been the big reason why he's been so effective this season. It wasn't there last year. It is certainly there this year.
Those 8 innings, a career high for him. Those 10 strikeouts matching a career high as he strolls in from the bullpen. Sergio Romo on the mound for the Rays. Just about ready for baseball. Sit back, relax. Lineups the first pitch when we return. Ball line to left field. Derek Fisher has to go back on it. That's gone! Big fly for Justin Upton. Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Mike Trout doing his thing as he does before every game, whether it's at home, on the road. The Angels trying to snap that 4-game losing streak. Cloudy, overcast skies here on this Saturday night, but no threat of rain, at least that we know of, Gooby.
No.
Never know. You are our official weatherman. I guess we could
I say no
text
threat.
Stroud, right?
Yeah, well.
And find out.
No threat at all.
No threat at all. Andrew
Zero.
Heaney on the mound. And I mentioned going to break that Sergio Romo is on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays, and it's a kind of an experiment that they've are going to try to put into effect here. And there's a possibility they might even do it again tomorrow with another reliever and then have the starter take over in the second or third inning. The idea being that Romo can take care of neutralizing tough right-handed batters early on in the game, and then a starter can get into the second, third inning.
Yeah, that's one of those things too. You're going to experiment with that, but that's the bottom line. If you're the Angels right now, if you can bring Romo in the strike zone, you're going to have some success against him because he's not overpowering with his fastball.
Andrew Heaney has taken the field. We'll take a look at Kevin Cash's lineup. The Rays have won 5 straight now and are a game under 500 at 21-22. They'll have Robertson leading things off at shortstop. Crone gets a start at first base. Matt Duffy, the Long Beach State product, at third. Wilson Ramos will DH tonight. Christian Arroyo in second base. Rob Refsnyder is in left field. Johnny Field in right. You got Malik Smith in center field, and Jesus Zucre will bat ninth and do the catching as Andrew Heaney will make his 7th start of the season. 2-2 this year with a 3.93 ERA.
Yeah, his fastball's been pretty consistent. 90 to 94 range. He'll throw that slider, which is thrown about 24% of the time, and his changeup still around 19% of the time. My go-tos for Andrew Heaney to be successful here today is slider in and away, down and in and away against left-handed batters, and the fast and the furious run that fastball upstairs to set up that slider and changeup to get some swing and misses on that fastball, 4-seam fastball, upper part of the strike zone.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Angels tonight. Justin Upton back in the lineup after missing the game last night. He's in left, Trout in center. Calhoun is in right field. The infield has Cozart, Simmons on the left side, Kinsler, Marte on the right side, Martin Maldonado behind the plate.
And Ian Kinsler back at his second base position here tonight. We talk about defensive runs saved over the last 8 seasons. That's 90 defensive runs saved. That's the tops in MLB amongst second basemen. 4 so far this season. He's been at 1 error, has turned 27 double plays.
Angels with an opportunity to pick up one of the games that they've lost over the last 4, with Houston having lost today to the Cleveland Indians, although the Astros made it interesting late. A couple of home runs and a near home run by Jose Altuve.
And we saw that when they originally gave him a home run on that one.
Yeah, went off the fence and over the yellow line. First one tonight is fouled back. No balls and 1 strike on Daniel Robertson, the shortstop. He's in batting .284. 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in, has 7 doubles. First time of the series he's batted in the leadoff spot. 2 for 4 last night with a walk, a home run, a single. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good fastball there from Heaney. Four walks in this series for Robertson so far. Been very patient.
Ground ball left side. Cozart's got it. Hasn't happened too often through the first 2 games, but Robertson retired to lead off the game.
And I like what Andrew Heaney did. He went after him right away. Sometimes you'll get ahead of the count like that 0-2. Next thing you know, it ends up being a full count. Get that out as quick as possible.
There's C.J. Crone. Started at DH in the first couple of games. Over at his normal first base tonight, .286 average. He'll foul this one off.
Something we see a lot from these Rays lineup hitters swinging at the first pitch. Both going after that first pitch fastball from Andrew Heaney. You can use that to your benefit. Throw that fastball a little bit off the outside corner, get some quick outs.
Ground ball left side. Simmons to the backhand, has time. 2 down.
Anderson Simmons did a nice job of getting behind that baseball, knowing he had some time to gather himself, and threw that one right over the top. Talked about him in junior college where he was a pitcher throwing 98 miles an hour. That's one of those fastballs right there from that position. Gets on top, throws it a 4-seam grip on the baseball to make sure there's no run on that one, right across the diamond, get the second out.
There's Matt Duffy. First action of the series. 27-year-old out of Lakewood High School in Long Beach State. Takes upstairs. .322 on the season. 7 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. This is his 31st game. Giants first round pick in 2012 and came over part of the Matt Moore deal a couple of seasons ago. And Andrew falls behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, 2-0.
Lakewood High School, a lot of good players from that high school. Very good baseball program.
Off the plate, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk with 2 outs here in the first. So it'll bring up Ramos. Multi-homer game last night. 6th of his career. 282 batting average. He's DHing tonight.
Couple home runs last night on pitches in the strike zone. That's something you got to be thinking in terms of for Andrew Heaney. You want to make sure he's swinging the pitches that are not in the strike zone. That's a pretty good pitch there. Good tilt on that slider.
Two stolen bases for Duffy. He's been caught twice. We haven't seen the Rays run a whole lot other than on contact. Here Maldonado set up away. 1 ball with strike. Andy Fletcher calling the balls and strikes tonight. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, at first. Laz Diaz at second. Manny Gonzalez at third base.
Slightly different strike zone on that pitch. About a half a baseball off the outside corner. They were called strikes the first 2 nights. Not tonight.
Didn't rub off on Andy Fletcher.
No.
1-1.
Good changeup. Perfect pitch the pitch before, fastball just slightly off the corner. Followed up with a good changeup. Still think one of the best combinations for a left-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter. Fastball away, followed up with a changeup away.
From another one, right?
Yep.
No sense in setting him up. You already have him set up. Allegedly. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good firm 93-mile-an-hour fastball. See, I'm right with you, Victor. I think you throw that changeup away right away because now he's looking away against you. Because that was basically, he's thinking in terms of, as a hitter, that's just for show. He's going to go away against me.
Off speed, pulled foul.
Now, if you go back in with the fastball, that's more effective. Kind of the art of pitching. It's kind of going away a little bit. When you throw a fastball in, the ability to go right back in with another fastball is so effective.
Two out walk, standing at first base. That's Duffy. 2-2 count on Ramos. Full count. Now Duffy will get a head start from first. Cloudy but pleasant 67 degrees here at the Big A.
Sound like a weatherman doing that.
Yeah, well. Payoff. Ramos fouls it back. Got a fastball up.
Pretty good hack at that fastball. Very similar to the fastball up that hit out to right center field last night.
Strong enough to go the other way. It's funny how that fastball on a 1-2 count changed the approach by both Heaney and Ramos. Now he's kind of seen everything you've thrown at him. Looks like they're going to go back outside. Duffy takes off. 3-2. Got him with the breaking ball. And down goes Ramos. First strikeout of the night for Heaney. Went to the bottom of first. No score. 6 of the season, 25 and 22 with that 4-game losing streak. Kozart at third base, Stroud at center, Upton's at left, Pujols at DH, Simmons at shortstop, Kinsler at second, Jeffrey Marte at first, Cole Calhoun in right field, Martin Maldonado rounding out that starting 9. Sergio Romo, not your prototypical starter, reliever. 18 relief appearances this year, 1-0 with a 4.96 ERA. Gets his start tonight.
Yeah, it's his first career start after 588 relief appearances. Fastball is 82-87, slider, changeup. Throws about 56% of his pitches are sliders. So you got to bring that slider in the strike zone. My go-tos to be successful: don't expand versus that slider and hit his fastball early in counts.
Jack Kozart hitting .226, 11 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Got the start at second base last night, 1 for 3, with a double and 2 walks.
Have patience against Romo. He'll try to get you to chase that slider off the plate. He'll start on the corner, but ends up about 2 or 3 baseballs out of the strike zone.
The 2-1. 2-2. Trying to pull Romo, you're looking for trouble. More times than not, will pitch you away. Full count, first major league start. Sergio Romo came to the Giants. Spent last time with the Dodgers, last year with the Dodgers, and then got moved over to the Rays. 3-2. Sliders pulled foul. Sergio now 35 years of age. Born in Brawley, the high school there, Brawley Union. 28th round pick of the Giants back in 2005. That was at Colorado Mesa University, Grand Junction, Colorado.
Really had a solid major league career. Been on some winning team, world championship teams. San Francisco.
Another 3-2. Another slider. 1 out. Again, trying to pull that slider. You're asking for troubles. We take a look at the defense for the Tampa Bay Rays. It'll be Ref Snyder, Smith, and Field in the outfield from left to right. The infield consists of Duffy, Robertson, Arroyo, and Crone from third to first. Sucre behind the plate.
And Johnny Field last night against Chris Young with a chance for the Angels to score a run early on in this game. Made an outstanding play, diving, going face first in there just before it hits the outfield grass. The commitment, but the head still and eye still able to control that baseball before it hit the outfield grass.
Here's Trout. .86-mile-per-hour fastball up and in. Trout homered in the 8th inning, snapping that 0 for 21. 1 for 3 with a walk in that home run.
Curious to see if Romo tries to ride his fastball upstairs and his breakable upper part of the strike zone against Trout. There's a fastball back up again. Hitters hit .438 versus his fastball this season. He's had good numbers against his slider and changeup, though.
Trout 1 for 2 in his career.
He had .229 versus slider and changeup, a couple home runs, but that fastball, though, hitters have really squared that up for outstanding numbers.
One pitch. 1-2.
Romo with a career ERA of 4.15 against the Angels.
off the plate. Evens up the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justin Upton on deck.
Come on, Mike.
Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs.
And he's got 2 swing and miss on pitches out of the strike zone so far.
A couple of nights ago, Thursday to be exact, this is what happened to Justin Upton against Chris Archer. X-rays negative. He sat out yesterday. Angels waited to put a lineup out today until they determined whether or not he was ready to go. He is. Here he is. Batting that familiar 3 spot, patrolling left field, 262 batting average. 11 home runs and 34 runs batted in.
Way up in this 1 for 17 in his career versus Romo.
I think that's why the Rays kind of thinking outside the box. 1 for 17. You mentioned Romo. Cozart's 0 for 3. Trout now 1 for 3. Pujols just 3 for 8. That's all they're trying to do is neutralize these guys. He's come in here and done exactly what the Rays were hoping that he would. He's picked up a couple of strikeouts and sliders off the plate.
A lot of right-handed batters in the lineup versus Romo. 231 right-handed batters against him this year.
This one flipped down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it just goes foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's take a look at the league leaders brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Most games of relief before making their first career start. Percy at the top. Got to start with the St. Louis Cardinals with their 638 relief appearances. Todd Jones with 632. McElroy with 603 before getting a start. And Sergio Romo tonight, after 588 relief appearances, gets his first major league start.
Two on the way. Full count. I had him as a starter when he first started his career in the minor leagues. 05, with 14 starts out of 15 games, and that went down to 10 starts out of 31 games in A-ball. 2006.
That's pretty much a rule of thumb for the long period of time you started as a starter before moving down to the bullpen. Now it's different.
3-2 and Upton strikes out swinging. The Angels go down swinging on sliders off the plate. We'll head to the second with no score. Road trip fans in attendance will receive the Goobylicious cooler bag while supplies last, and it's courtesy of your Colt probiotic drink. Everybody wants one, including our director Doug Freeman.
Oh yes, he does.
He might get one.
Yes.
You know, it depends if he behaves.
There's a good chance he won't then. Sergio Romo not behaving with 3 punch outs. Bottom of the first. Good slider all off the plate.
Good off speed pitch 1 and 2.
Real good feel for his changeup also. And Andrews been really be able to get that fastball in right on the hands of right-handed batters. It opens up that outer half if he wants to throw a changeup or even backdoor slider.
Got him looking. Down goes Arroyo. Back-to-back strikeouts for Heaney.
Both strikeouts looking so far. It's all about pitching. Pitched before, fastball. Runs it in at 91. Then he backs it up with a slider. The good feel for that pitch gets the upper part of the strike zone and freezes Arroyo for a strikeout. Looking.
Ref Snyder got the start at right field 2 nights ago. Had the night off last night. 162 batting average. A double, a home run, 1 RBI. Skies this one. Right side. Kinsler underneath it. Backpedaling. 2 down.
It's twice now he's got ahead of the count 0-2 and finished off a hitter right away, which you want to see from Heaney. Don't necessarily have to get the strikeout. It's an outs and out for him.
Two outs, and here's Johnny Field. 293 batting average. Takes outside.
By the way, that's a perfect baseball name.
I was just thinking the exact same thing.
Johnny Field.
I like it better in the infield, though. Sounds repetitive when you say Johnny Field in right field. I guess you always just go with Johnny right field. Right?
Johnny outfield.
Johnny outfield. We'll run with that.
Yeah.
1 for 5 last night with an RBI single. 2-0.
Got the benefit of that call. That fastball looked like a little bit off the outside corner. In the first inning for Andrew Heaney, a couple quick outs and then a walk. Behind 2-0, then now 2-1 to try to be quick here through this inning. That was in the strike zone.
Doesn't matter how Maldonado catches it, that ball wasn't struck.
See what that's got a lot of the strike zone.
A 2-out walk, and that pitch wasn't that far off from being a strike either. So both walks have come with 2 outs. I mean, how does that happen from a pitcher's perspective, that you're cruising, you're getting quick outs, throwing strikes, and all of a sudden you can't find the strike zone?
Sometimes,
I mean, allegedly in this
yeah,
case.
But sometimes, you know, what it comes down to is the focus goes away. You're almost thinking you're through the inning. There's no one on base. Okay, I'm going to get a quick out and let the offense pick me up and get me some runs. But you have to think in terms of finishing off the inning, getting ahead of the count like you did the first 2 batters of the inning, and not losing that focus. Happens so often at every level.
Bouncer to the right side. Marte's got it. Goes backwards for whatever reason. He had to play at second base. I have no idea why Marte decided to turn around 180 degrees and fire at Heaney. It's an impossible play with Malik Smith running. He easily had field at second. That play is right in front of him.
Yeah, that's one of those plays you work on all the time. You have a perfect view to make an easy throw. Especially with a pitcher running like that, it's going to be a tougher play. The easy play is to throw right to second base.
As good as the defense has been this year, last 3 games, made some curious plays on the field. So 2 on, 2 outs. Sucre at the plate. .238 batting average. He'll take down and in. That's a killer for a pitcher in that. Yeah. All right, you made the mistake. You walked Field, the number 7 hitter, and then you get a 1-pitch potential out to get out of it from the next guy. And you're done. You're back in the dugout.
Now you're forced to throw more pitches, and you still have 2 base runners on here against you.
2-0.
One thing you want to do as a pitcher, you want to pick up your position player there. Even though it was a mistake made by Marte, you want to be the guy to pick him up. The Angels so far this season have allowed 14 unearned runs.
Three-one count. Field at second base. Smith at first. Three-one. And another walk, so they're loaded up. Now you got to deal with Robertson. The base is loaded. Nagy coming out to pay a visit.
That's a good visit right here for Charles Nagy. You want to get Andrew back into focus after the error made by Marte. A quick walk. And now you're facing one of the hottest hitters here on the Rays team, and very patient hitter in Robertson.
Robertson grounded out to lead off the game. 0 for 1. Field at third, Smith at second, Sucre at first base. Time called. It's kind of odd. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief at first base. I was talking to Kevin Cash, the Rays manager. 0-1. Working from the full windup. Out toward deep left center field. Upton racing back, and it's 4-0 Rays on Robertson's grand slam. Two-out walk, an error, another walk, and now the slam, and the Angels once again play from behind.
And what we say, especially with Robertson, the way he's been swinging the bat in this series, you didn't want to put him up in that situation. Well, he ends up coming up in it. He does not miss out.
First career grand slam for Robertson.
It's right belt high, right middle part of the plate.
5th home run of the season.
Hasn't been missed many with his changeup, but that time he did.
Crone grounded out his first time up. All 4 unearned runs because of the error by Marte. Crone goes down, and that'll do it for the Tampa Bay Rays, but they strike for 4. They lead it as we hit to the bottom of the second. Rays. Sergio Romo did exactly what the Rays wanted him to do. He neutralized Cozart, Trout, and up to 3 strikeouts. And then Daniel Robertson picks up the slam with 2 outs after he 2 errors, or pardon me, 1 error and 2 walks. And here is Ryan Yarbrough. And I wouldn't be surprised if Romo starts tomorrow afternoon's game as well.
Yeah, just talk about that.
3-2 record. 11th game. He's got 3 starts under his belt. Clearly this isn't one of them. Mariners 4th round pick in 2014 out of Old Dominion. This is his first taste of big league life.
And Yarbrough's fastball 87-92 with a cutter and also a slider and a changeup.
Carlos Gomez dancing on the DL. Albert Pujols, Sandleton Simmons, Ian Kinsler do up for the Angels here in the second. Albert's average of 246, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. Oh for 4 last night. Angels last night managing just 6 hits. Dropping game 2 by the final of 8-3. Punching this one out to right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Johnny Outfield couldn't catch that one.
Well placed by Albert Pujols. He's done that quite a bit in his career. 3,011 hits now for Albert Pujols in his career. Change up away, went with the pitch, didn't try to do a whole lot with it. That's what you're trying to do, especially when you go back to when Romo was on the mound. Try to pull that pitch, it's going to be an out. Stay with it, hit the other way, you got a better chance.
Albert now 29th all time on that hit list. Man on, nobody out. Andrelton Simmons at the plate. .338 batting average. Simmons last night 1 for 5, had a 2 RBI single. He was batting in the number 2 spot with Upton out of the lineup.
So fastball away, fastball off the inside corner.
Two balls and a strike. Yarbrough coming over from the Seattle Mariners, along with Carlos Vargas, minor leaguer, and Malik Smith, in exchange for Drew Smiley, 26-year-old Florida native. It's a bouncer right back to the lefty. He fires it over to second. I'll turn the 1-4-3 double play, 2 outs.
Perfect technique there for Yarbrough. That's what you're trying to do. You feel that ball, turn your body, throw it to the base. Either your shortstop or second baseman is going to be covered. A quick 1-4-3 double play after the base hit by Albert Pujols.
Yarbrough's ready to go. Not wasting any time. Kinsler out towards center field. Malik Smith back a little bit. The Angels are done here in the second. A shutdown inning for Yarbrough. 4-0 Rays as we hit a third. shot heads. It's pretty cool looking.
I know. I'm trying to remember that one.
Duffy, Ramos, and Arroyo for the Rays here in the third. Duffy worked a 4-pitch walk in the first.
Good slider. Your mindset right now as a starting pitcher, even though you've given up those 4 runs there, it's early in the game, and the great ones like the Jack Morrison, Dave Stewart's in their careers, we have those tough early starts, but next thing you know, you look up and they're still in the game in the 7th and 8th inning. That's going to be important here for Andrew Heaney. Put up some zeros from this point forward. Give yourself a chance to be in position for this club to pick up the W.
That's pulled down a left field line, hooking foul. Ramos struck out looking down the first. One ball, 2 strikes. You're talking about the unearned runs that the Angels have allowed this year. 14 coming into play. Now 18 with that grand slam. At the start of the day, that put them right in the middle of the pack. Texas leads the way with 29 in Major League Baseball. It's certainly not something you want to see kind of go up. That's for sure. As Ramos went around, and he did. He gets rung up by the first base umpire, Jeff Nelson. 2 outs.
Yeah, I've often told you that story, even growing up in the minor league system with Kansas City. You had a lot of unearned runs by your statistics. You weren't moving up to the next level because they want you to protect the defense. They make plays behind you on a normal basis. Every once in a while there's a mistake made. They want you to concentrate and get through that inning without giving any more runs up. It's a good breaking ball there from Heaney.
I mean, that walk with 2 outs on field, there was a couple of pick-em calls by the home plate umpire. Nothing that's kind of beyond your control. And then the mistake, I think the one that hurts you obviously, is the walk to the number 9 hitter and the backup catcher in Jesus Sucre.
Yep. You're bringing up the hottest hitter on this Rays, at least against what we see against the Angels the first couple of games.
That's lined to short, and the third is in the books. A 1-2-3 inning, first of the night for Andrew Heaney. Way to the bottom of the frame, 4-0 Tampa Bay. brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Buy Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box. And buy Purple Bricks. Save thousands when you buy or sell your home. Go to purplebricks.com.
4-0 in the bottom of the third. Tampa Bay leads it. Bottom third of the order coming up. Sergio Romo got the start. He's the reliever. First major league start. Struck out the side of the first. Kozar, Trout, and Upton. And then Yarbrough came in. Faced a minimum 3 after giving up the single to Pools. Got a double play ball. Kinsler lined out to center field. So it'll be Marte, Calhoun, and Maldonado for the Angels. By the way, that's the first time a pitcher, opposing pitcher, has struck out the Angels' top 3 of the order to start a game since September of last year. Sergio Romo certainly did that.
Got a lot of swings of pitches that were not in the strike zone with that slider off the plate.
Jeffrey Marte, 298, 4 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Two on count. Three-1. Marte pulls it down the line. That is foul. A little bit of a delayed call by Manny Gonzalez. No argument from Duffy. Full count.
It's pretty close. That's why as an infielder you always make that play, make that throw across the diamond just in case.
Exactly. That's a play that's almost impossible to overturn.
Yep.
Called strike 3. Fastball and hit the knees, and there's the first down. First strikeout for Yarbrough.
My Hyundai key for this game for the Eagles to be successful against the Rays. They're going to make a comeback here, being down 4-0 on little Luke Combs. One number away. He's been showing, and we saw it with Romo, the number 1, the fastball in, and then trying to get you away. You have to think in terms of the big part of the field, the other way approach on those off-speed pitches that are away.
Cole did not play last night with Hermosillo getting the start in right field. Two balls, no strikes. Calhoun at 163 on the year. Double, triple, home run, 11 runs batted in. There's Michael. Picked up his first major league hit, his first at bat, a double.
I had a good opportunity to talk to him for the pregame show today. What a smile he had on his face. Just so excited to be at the major leagues and getting his first hit.
Out toward left field. Ref Snyder puts it away for out number 2. Two outs, nobody on, and Martin Maldonado coming to the plate. Maldonado at 253. 1 for 4 last night with a single. Didn't like that last call.
So far, it's 1 for 7 in the series against the Rays.
Maldonado skying one out the left. Angels down in order, 3 in the books, 4-0 Rays. And over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event begins on June 14th on Fox and FS1.
Looking forward to that. Can't wait.
Top of the 4th, 4-0 Tampa Bay Rays. A grand slam by Daniel Robertson with 2 outs in the second. The only scoring in this game. The only hit for the Rays. The Angels have a single by Pujols. Rob Refsnyder, the starting left fielder, popped out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Reaching for it. Cozart's got to come in on it. Short hop. Nice play on the transfer. They got him. 1 down.
That was a real solid play by Cozart. Into that transfer. That was quick. Needed to be quicker. That's Snyder running down the line. Charged that baseball very well. Gets the short hop. Then a quick release on the transfer gets him by a stride. It's all about being committed to going in and cutting off that last hop. And quick on the transfer by Cozart.
Johnny Field worked a walk in the second. Takes upstairs. Two on the way from Heaney. And breaking ball misses. Malik Smith on deck. So lifted foul and out of play. Full count.
When we look at this offense for the Rays, batting average of 268, on base percentage 336. That's at the tops as far as those categories in the American League. second in batting average.
Punched out to right field. Went down and got it. Picks up the single.
And they've really done a nice job as far as taking that approach we talk about it. Pitch away, go the other way, used a big part of the field on a consistent basis. All three of these games. Stays back on this well as the baseball travels, trying to make contact and lines it in the right field for a single.
Smith bounced one to the right side. That was the error by Marte. Kept the second inning alive. 0 for 1. Very good speed. You talk about a guy that mentioned opposite field hitting. It's rare to see him pull the ball as he did in that second inning plate appearance.
He's right up in the tops as far as Major League Baseball, as far as opposite field hits this season.
Yep. Another Florida native. He's out of Tallahassee. He actually played junior college ball with Yarbrough, who's on the mound for the Rays. Santa Fe Community College. Yarbrough went on to Old Dominion. Padres would draft Malix in the 5th round of 2012. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reaching for it. Marte will go to second this time. Not going to turn a double play. 2 outs though, and they get Speedy Smith over at first.
Andrew Heaney has not allowed a stolen base yet this season. He may be tested here with Smith with 10 stolen bases. Has been caught 4 times though.
Take it one to take a little walking lead a la Torrey Hunter. Walk and go. Sucre, the catcher, walked and scored in the second. Andrew Heaney with 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Line to right, Cole has to go back a little bit. He'll squeeze it for the 3rd out. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. Halos down 4-0.
presents Hats Off for Heroes, because no matter where you serve or when you served, we stand ready to serve all military families.
Halos down 4-0 as we begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Cozart, Trout, and Upton coming up against Yarbrough. This will be his third inning of relief. Romo started the game, struck out the side. And since then, Yarbrough's allowed one single and he has picked up one strikeout. Cozart struck out swinging in the first. One ball, one strike.
It's a cut fastball from Yarbrough. Going to cut her in, or go back away with a changeup or a little two-seamer. A third of the time, they'll throw a changeup on a 1-2 count. There it is. Out of the strike zone, though. Very important for this offense to put a run or two up at least in this inning. That's the kind of swing you have to have on a fastball, especially on the outer part of the plate against Yarbrough. Think middle of the field and the other way. Johnny Field did that exact same thing against Andrew Heaney to pick up a base hit in the top of the third, or I should say the top of the fourth. You have to stay back, especially on some off-speed stuff. You still have time to be able to turn on a cutter in.
Cozart goes down swinging, foul tipped it into the mitt. One down.
On-base percentage 430 for Trout. And you're seeing exactly what we saw from Romo and what we've seen the first couple of games. Pitches elevated against Trout. Even trying to elevate breaking balls upstairs. Not easy to try to throw a high changeup, though, and that's what he looked like he tried to do on that one. Cutter in. When we talk about Mike Trout, it's all about the timing and getting that foot down and clearing the path for his swing. On Thursday, he's already getting that foot down, and it's a little bit longer on his swing, and those hips have opened up and not able to get the bat through the zone. But last night on the slider, has really got that foot down, shorten up that stride a little bit, got good contact on that slider.
Pulls this one to left field. That'll get down for extra bases. Trout will stroll into second with a one-out double. That's his 9th of the year.
And on the heels of that good swing and the timing last night, same thing here in this double, his 9th double of the season. See that changeup? Stays back on it. And perfect timing, and threw that baseball really, really well for Trout. He's got that foot down and that bat getting through that zone with the timing much better. Lines it for a double. So 2 extra base hits in his last 3 at-bats. Showed before when Trout has those streaks where he struggles as far as hits, he gets on a major hot streak. Now a couple extra base hits, 3 at-bats.
Upton looks at a strike, went down swinging in the first. Halos last night 1 for 10 with men in scoring position, 1 for 12 in this series. Double by Trout, second hit for the Angels tonight. Big lead for him. 0-2 to Justin. Changeup. Fouls it.
See that batting glove for Justin up to be able to protect that hand after getting hit. Game 1 of this 4-game set.
One ball, 2 strikes.
We missed by quite a bit on that cutter. Tried to go that fastball inside, ended up being out over the plate. Off that corner.
Fouled off.
Yeah, your goal as a hitter, especially after being hit in the hand like Justin was early in the series, is make sure you get the barrel of the bat on the baseball. Take away that sting if it's off the end of the bat or on the handle of the bat.
One, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just off the plate, full count.
A couple pretty good takes in a row for Upton, and pitch just a little bit below the strike zone, and that fastball just about a half a baseball or so off the outside corner. Albert Pujols on deck with a base hit his first at bat.
Pujols on deck. Here's a 3-2, and that's out toward left center field. Malik Smith moving over. Ref Snyder calling for it, and it is Smith making the call. Makes the catch. The throw coming in gets cut off, and Trout advances to third. 2 outs though. It'll be up to Albert. Just got underneath that one. Albert 1 for 1, punch to base, hit to right. His first batter, Yarbrough, faced in the second. Two-0 pitch.
Kind of chase that changeup a little bit off the outside part of the plate. Albert with 1,939 career RBI. Looking to pick up 1 here, if not 2.
Three balls, 1 strike. Andrew Simmons, the man on deck. Got another changeup.
Imagine he would go back with the fastball or change up a little bit further off the outside corner now. And Albert was able to get a base hit the other way on a similar pitch. First at bat.
Yeah, bat started. They had 3 infielders on the left side. Arroyo back over at second base now. 3-2. Albert takes the walk.
Now let's take a look at our Kia drive to success with Anderson Simmons. Coming to the plate has been very good in these situations over the last couple of seasons for the Angels. 323 with runners in scoring position over the last 2 years. It's 241 in his previous 5, so really consistent as far as driving in those key runs the last couple of seasons for Simba.
Simmons swinging first pitch. Skies went out to center. Not very deep. Malik Smith comes in. And the Angels will leave 2 more on base. 4 complete. 4-0 Rays.
Phillies, 45 straight games have reached the base in a home run, 3 RBIs. The Phillies beat the Cardinals 7-6. Kluber dealing 10 punch outs against the Astros in 7 very good innings pitched. 7 wins on the season as the Indians win 5-4. And Chad Pinder, a grand slam, his first career grand slam in a 5-run 8th inning. He came all the way back to beat the Jays 5-4. But the Jays were up 4-0 going in that 8th inning.
Top of the order for the Rays here in the 5th. Robertson, Crone, and Duffy. Duffy 1 for 2 with that grand slam in the 2nd, first career. Robertson, partner. 5th home run of the season, now with 15 runs batted in on the year.
It's a pretty good pitch, jammed them.
One, 2. Ground ball towards short. 1 away.
It's down the line pretty quickly also. 5 hits in the series, 4 walks, a couple home runs.
TJ Crone 0 for 2. Ground down and a strikeout. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks for Heaney, 2 hits allowed. 2 of those walks coming in the second with 2 outs. 2-1. Crone last night with that 0 for 4. Snapped his 10-game hitting streak. Foul. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 left on for the Rays. No runs, 2 hits, an error, and 2 left on for the Angels. Almost looked as if Crone was thinking about leaning into that one. Full count now.
Might not have been a good idea, though. That was a pretty firm fastball.
And he walked him. 4th walk of the game for Andrew. Brings up Duffy.
Coming into the game, a real good walk to strikeout ratio this season for Andrew Heaney. 9 walks, 39 strikeouts.
Yeah, he had a 3-walk game 2 starts ago at Colorado. Took the loss even though he gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. So this is a season high in walks.
He has had 5 double plays turned behind him this season already.
Duffy tonight walked in the first, struck out in the third. Ground ball to the right side. Kinsler has it. Handcuffs him a little bit. Simmons fires it to first. They turn the double play. And the Rays are done here in the 5th inning. The ball kind of came up at the last second on Kinsler. The Angels down 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Now let's take a look. We make it easy. Brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Tough little play there. Tough hop on Ian Kinsler. Gathered himself a perfect turn and throw over the Andrelton Simmons to complete a 4-6-3 double play. A reason why was the arm strength for Andrelton Simmons. After that quick feed, after a tough little hop from Kinsler, got a lot on that throw. 80 mile an hour. Arm strength. Quick on the transfer. Also, the exchange less than a little over half a second for Simmons to turn that one.
Kinsler, Marte, and Calhoun for the Angels here in the 5th, down 4-0. Ian lifted one out to center field in the second. 0 for 1. Check swing bouncer back toward the mound. 1 out. Yarbrough has worked 3 1/3 thus far. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits, a single to Pujols in the second inning, the double with 1 out to Trout in the fourth.
Yarbrough does not waste any time,
No.
and you see Marte trying to slow him down to dictate his pace.
Your walk-up song is his walk-up song. He's on the rubber ready to go.
Yes.
Marte struck out looking into third. Reaching for it, pulls one down the left field line. That'll get down for a fair ball, at least a single, and he's going to try to go to second, and Refsnyder guns him down.
Refsnyder has a very good throwing arm also, and he got behind that baseball well, and a perfect throw. The second base picking up his first outfield assist of the season. He's out in front, hooked that one down, off balance out of the batter's box to begin with for Marte. You see how Refsnyder got behind that baseball well, and a perfect throw, one-hop throw to second. Roy applies the tag. It's one of those plays too, especially when you're down by 4. You got to think in terms of we need multiple base runners in this inning to get back in the game. You can't force that issue. If it's a 1-run game, it may be different, but a 4-0 deficit, you got to get some base runners here to get right back in it.
And the play is in front of you.
Yeah, you
Not
can
one of
stop
those in
and
the
go
right
back.
field corner. You can always stop and go back. Goes as a single in the put out. Outfield assist for Refsnyder. Cole behind in the count at 0-1. 0-2. Hit a fly ball to left in his third inning at bat.
So far this start, which you see from Tampa this season with the bullpen, it's a bullpen game, has been very effective. There's 3 hits allowed so far for Rays pitching against the Angels.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fredo still has the good hands.
Oh, 2 count with 2 outs, nobody on. Bouncer to the right side. Halo's done here in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th inning. Rays leading at 4-0.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis. The call of Carl's.
It's the top of the 6th inning, 4-0. Tampa Bay Rays. Andrew Heaney back to work. He'll face Ramos, Arroyo, and Refsnyder. Scarborough's done a nice job through his 4 innings so far. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Ramos fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. .80 pitches thrown by Heaney. Five Ks, 4 base on balls. Line to center field, a base hit. Lead off single. Almost 1 for 3 on the night. Christian Arroyo 0 for 2. Struck out looking to second. Lined out to Simmons in the 3rd.
That's a real good change out there from Heaney.
Good takeaway tonight so far from Andrew Heaney.
I think stuff is there a little bit down as far as fastball velocity after that last time out, went 8 innings. His changeup has been pretty good. He got hurt on the 1 changeup to Robertson with the bases loaded. I think his slider, his feel for his slider hasn't been as consistent, hasn't thrown as many.
Right.
Still, when you look up, you're into the 6th inning here, and you've given up 3 hits. So you've done a pretty solid job. It's just the walks today for Andrew.
Looked like he went around. No. Jeff Nelson says he did not. Very close to going then.
See how if he crossed the plate, he held up. Pretty good call. Jeff Nelson will be behind the plate tomorrow afternoon. Shohei Ohtani getting the start for the Angels tomorrow afternoon.
The walk. 5th of the night. That matches a career high for Andrew Heaney, which he set back in 2015. Two on, nobody out. Refsnyder coming to the plate. Bullpen phone ringing now. Angels bullpen. Cued toward first base. Marte fires to second. They get 1 there. Low throw. Nice play by Heaney, because otherwise a run perhaps comes across. So Refsnyder reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 out with runners at the corners.
That's an important play by Marte. You still keep the double play in order now.
I like that pitch too. The changeup.
Yep.
Aggressive hitter with man in scoring position.
It's been around a perfect quick throw. And Heaney did a nice job of scooping that throw from Andrelton Simmons. The reason why he's able to do that, he gets to the base first, then allows you to stretch for the throw. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher cover first on a potential 3-6-1 double play, but they're off balance and they start their stretch a little bit early.
Field on board twice with a walk and a single. Takes outside.
Mentioned 6 double plays turned behind Heaney this season. Field has rolled into a couple of them.
Noe Ramirez up and loosening. Noe went an inning and a third last night. One-0. That's in there for a strike. All 4 runs for the Rays coming in the second. One swing of the bat by Robertson. A slam with 2 outs. Heaney trying to keep it a 4-0 Rays lead.
Keep in mind, that's the 7th home run the Rays have hit in this series. 37 home runs as a team coming into this series. 7 in the first 3 games.
15th last in the American League in that category when this series started on Thursday night.
Kevin Cash did a nice job as far as contact and using the entire field as far as their approaches at the plate, but the long ball has been very prevalent in this series for the Rays.
CJ Cron had 10 of those 37. He's got 1 in the series. 2-strike pitch now. Nate get him. Nice pitch down and in.
That's that wicked slide. That's the pitch we said he hasn't thrown as much, but that's a real good slider from Andrew Heaney. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast on this slider. It's a very good one from Andrew Heaney. Starts in the strike zone and ends up below it for a swing and miss. Also got to be ready as a corner infielder here with Smith at the plate. He still has that ability to either drag bunt or push bunt.
Malik Smith 0 for 2. Gets away, and for a second there I thought Ramos was going to come home. He ends up staying at third base.
Yeah, if you get a good read, you're going to walk home on that one.
Ref Snyder takes second on the wild pitch.
See that when that off-speed pitch hit the dirt, it spun, hit off the hand of Martin Maldonado.
I wonder if I got the plate a little bit because it kind of redirected.
There's a break right there for the Angels. Now see if you can get through this inning with no runs scored now.
Up to very shallow toward the foul line and left. Trout and Calhoun straight up, center and right respectively. Heaney ready, the 1-1. Smith doesn't pull the trigger on the high fastball, 1-2.
Good fastball, 93 from Heaney. Big pitch right here. If you can raise some score in this thing, you feel you got a real good chance of coming back in this game. Very important pitch here for Andrew Heaney.
Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos in the 6th inning have 9, 1 and 2 coming up. Maldonado, Cozart, and Trout. .96 pitches, more than likely last inning for Heaney. Perhaps even the last batter. Sucre, right-handed batters on deck.
Why this pitch right here is so important to be able to finish off the Rays and give yourself a chance to pick up a W.
Smith will go down swinging. Maldonado applies the tag. 2 big strikeouts to finish the 6th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. Rays still leading it. As always, once a year, it seems like, Steele Morris and our friends at the Miracle League of Orange County come to the ballpark, enjoy the game. Tonight is their night. They're down in the right field area. And if you don't know anything about the Miracle League, it is a non-profit baseball league for children with disabilities. If you'd like to play, volunteer, donate, sponsor, whatever, just go to ocmiracleleague.com. Steele Morris does a fantastic job with that crew.
Such a special moment when they're able to come to the Big A here. The smiles on their face, everyone.
I don't need it.
9, 1 and 2 for the Angels here in the 6th. Back up the middle, off the glove. Yarbrough falls down, still throws a strike to first base. 1 down.
Ball was hit very well back up the middle by Maldonado. Pretty good follow through. He's landed with his shoulder squared to the plate. He's not falling off to either the third base or first base side of the mound. Be able to knock it down and recovers. Not textbook as far as the recovery, but got there quick and a good throw.
Cozart 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
He's done a real good job of throwing first pitch strike. He's faced 16 batters, 12 first pitch strikes.
2-1 count. Foul back. Got Sucre.
Runs that one in again. Foul off of Sucre on that one. There's a late break on that cutter.
Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trout on deck. 3 hits for the Angels, 3 hits for the Rays. 2 singles and a double allowed by Yarbrough. He's gone 4 1/3 thus far. Full count. So I'm sure Sucre appreciated that for good measure.
Yeah.
Throwing a fastball right in the dirt.
I always felt as a pitcher, you got to take care of your catcher. Dinner every time you're on the road, because they got to block a lot of those pitches in the dirt during the course of your time on the mound.
3-2. Lazy pop up on the right side. 2 down. So it'll bring up Trout. Mike doubled in the 4th inning, his 9th of the year. Eventually stranded at third base. Noe Ramirez continues to loosen. They pitched the 7th. Two balls, no strikes. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two on count. .68 pitches so far for Yarbrough. 2-1.
Remember, it was an all-speed pitch that Trout hooked down in the corner for a double. Looks like he's going to try to stay with a firm fastball from Yarbrough. Not overpowering, but he's going to try to run it upstairs.
Jammed him, popped up. Arroyo goes out, takes charge, and the Angels down to order here in the 6th. Off to the 7th we go, with the Rays still leading.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers and by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels Baseball.
Top of the 7th. Halos down 4-0. Grand slam by Daniel Robertson. The difference in this one, that was back in the 2nd inning as Noe Ramirez takes over on the mound. Mentioned he went an inning in the 3rd last night. And on the season, this will be his 23rd appearance. 1-2 with a 3.60 ERA, 34 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 25+ innings of work. And here the 7th, he gets 9-1-2. Sucre, Robertson, and Crone. Andrew Heaney tonight, 6 innings, 3 hits, including that home run to Robertson. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, 4 runs. All 4 runs unearned because of the error by Marte. Jesus Sucre, a walk and a fly ball to right. Takes outside. One late on it. 1-2.
Yeah, running that fastball upper part of the strike zone with good movement. He's been 90-91 Noe, but his changeup and slider have been very good. There's that changeup.
We just got a thing on Twitter that Caleb Cowart a triple shy of the cycle tonight. Cycle watch.
Yes.
Salt Lake. No other no-hitters combined in the Angels minor league system as of yet.
Magical stuff being done in the minor leagues for the Angels. A very deep system now. Couldn't say that a few years ago. It's pretty deep right now at this moment.
2-2 count on Sucre. Michael Abasillo hit for the cycle on May 1st. He was at Salt Lake. Two pitch. Ground ball to second. 1 down.
Daniel Robertson coming into plate. Now let's take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Robertson's had a very good series already, but in the 2nd inning with the bases loaded, change up from Andrew Heaney. Middle part of the plate, drives it out to left center field for a grand slam, his first of his career. He's had a solid series.
Robertson 1 for 3 with a home run in the 2nd and slammed, first of his career.
Andrew Heaney was pretty solid. Just that one mistake, that changeup to Robertson with the bases loaded. 4 unearned runs.
Total of 3 hits, 6 hits combined, 3 for each team. It's that frisbee slider. Evens the count. Tried to wait back as long as possible on that breaking ball. Up in the zone.
Pretty good differential when you think about pitch speeds for Noe. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, but the breaking ball's in this upper 70s and his changeup's in the low 80s.
Two. Full count. Robertson had a chance to work out with Albert in the offseason. UCI. Whatever Albert told him.
Yes.
It's worked. It's a good start this year. 3-2 now. And he lays off the breaking ball. Draws the walk on base once again.
It's his 5th walk of this series. See if he was able to hold up. It looked like he did. Real close.
And committed to go to UCLA before signing. The Oakland A's made him a first-round pick. Man on for CJ. 1 out. Crono for 2. Walked in the 5th. Know it last night. 16 pitches, didn't know, get overworked. He's worked a lot. Bullpen this month because starters have worked a little bit deeper. Haven't pitched as many innings as they did in April when they were forced to do so. But for whatever reason, the counter effects have come into play here.
Yeah, we talked about that
in the pregame
quite a bit on the pregame show. And we were talking about on the pregame show the need to get ahead of the count. I know he's behind in the count 1-0 here. Maldonado has thrown out 22% of base stealers this season, 36% in his career, 39 last year when he won his first Gold Glove and get a chance to be an everyday player.
Good breaking ball. Seems as if he took a little bit more off of it. Able to count a ball and a strike. Tough go once again for the Angels tonight offensively, unable to figure out Sergio Romo win 1 inning. Yarbrough has worked 5 thus far. Crone hammers 1 foul.
Just slightly out in front of that one.
I mentioned last night, nobody was expecting one up in the upper deck out there. The great Earl Bloom sent me a message via Facebook. Said that Brian Downing used to hit him out there quite a bit.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. So that open stance.
Yes.
Ground ball back up the middle, off the mound and into center field. Reaching for that 1-2 pitch. Crone picks up a single. Two on, 1 out. Matt Duffy coming to the plate. Duffy tonight, a walk, strikeout, a double play ball. No, he certainly could use that right now. Laid on it. 0-1. Justin Anderson begins to crank it up. The Angels pen. No 18 pitches thus far. Robertson at second and Crone at first. That one sails over the head of Maldonado. He's got no play.
More importantly, you've taken away the double play ball now. That's going to force your infield in.
Doesn't appear to be a mix-up on the signs. More times than not, if it is, you get the catcher and the pitcher to talk to one another. Now they're going to walk Duffy to load him up. That's a pass ball all the way.
It has that appearance. There was a cross up.
Duffy on board with the intentional walk. And Ramos coming to the plate. 1 for 3. He had a single in the 6th inning. First 2 times up, he punched out.
He's rolled into 10 double plays so far.
That was a mistake pitch right
Yes.
there. Gets away with it 0-1. By the way, that pass ball from Maldonado is 6th of the year. At 8 all of last year.
Good change up. You're going to be right on that right side of the infield if you're Marte or Kinsler. More like it's going to be something away.
Ground ball, weakly hit towards short. Simmons feeds Kinsler for 1. Quick relay to first, and they just got him.
And they may take a look at that, but it looked like from our angle that they got him. That was all how quick the transfer was and the throw across from Kinsler. Quickly gets rid of it. Kinsler turns again to first. The double play turn. Looks like they're going to challenge it though.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? That might be pretty close, Gooby. I was a little surprised, and I know it's Ramos running down the line, that Andrelton laid back as much as he did. He's so good at charging the baseball, and I know he had a runner to cut across in front of him. But perhaps that little delay, if anything, maybe the Rays looking for a break here.
It all depends on what if that toe hit the base on a different angle than the one that we just showed there. It's extremely close. See, this angle might be a better one to see ball. It's still pretty tough. Pretty close with that toe getting on the base, though. It's going to be extremely close.
Yeah, remember, it's got to be definitive.
Yeah.
A better shot here.
Looks like they're quick here.
If the call is overturned, it's a run, and it's 5-0.
It's a big play.
It'll be 4-0 heading to the bottom of the 7th.
It's certainly worth a challenge if you're Kevin Cash. It's a long time.
And safe at first base. So the run comes across, and it's 5-0. Call overturned. You'll watch C.J. Crone standing in front of Andrelton Simmons. We see Andrelton just kind of lay back on that ball. And that little hesitation there allowed Ramos, who's hustling down the line, to reach. The call gets overturned. A run comes across. 5-0. Ramirez out of the game. Anderson coming on. A pitching change in the 7th with the Rays still batting. The Rays tomorrow with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Then it's off to Canada, 3 in Toronto, and then off to New York for 3-game set, 4 in Detroit. A long road trip before returning home for a quick 6-game homestand. Kicks off June, Texas and the Royals.
Yankees had 5 home runs today in the game in Kansas City.
Joey Wendell is going to pinch hit here for Christian Arroyo as Justin Anderson takes over on the mound. Anderson pitching in his 11th game, 0-1 with a 5.23 earned run average, 15 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 10 1/3. Hasn't pitched since Monday against the Stros.
3 of the 5 runs today scored by the Rays had walked before scoring. That's why we always talk about trusting that defense, throwing strikes, working hand. But 3 walks scored tonight for the Rays.
Runners at the corners. It's a fielder's choice for Ramos. Picks up the RBIs, 22nd of the year. 1-0. Evens up the count. Wendell got the start at second base last night. Had a multi-hit game, 2 for 5 overall. 289 batting average. 1 for 3 as a pinch hitter with a run batted in.
Good firm fastball from Anderson at 98.
Out of the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard slider. Nice block by Maldonado. That ball bouncing a couple feet out in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cron, the base runner at third base. Ramos at first. Now toward right center field, not very deep. Cole has to come in into his right. Cole's in, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Rays. They do add a run, however, and it's 5-0 now as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Rangers in town. 6:07 is the start time. Stay and enjoy the postgame Saturday night fireworks show presented by Wells Fargo. For more information, go to angels.com. 5-0 Rays, bottom of the 7th inning, trying to figure out the Rays pitching staff. Halo's offense has really struggled, not only during this little stretch against the Rays, but struggled at home all season long. Upton 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to center field. Takes ball 1. Yarborough's worked 5 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 hits allowed, 2 singles and a double.
His changeup has been great. He's spotting his fastball away. I'll cut the fastball in.
Ball and 2 strikes. Upton will go down swinging for round number 1. So to ring up Albert with the bases clear. He's been on board twice with a single and a walk. Anderson will come back out for the 8th inning after the final out of the 7th. Noe ends up giving up a run in his 2/3 of an inning. This one's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the Angels will face a couple tough pitchers from Old Dominion here in this homestand.
Verlander on Wednesday. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs.
Now it's time for Tools of the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks, with Simmons coming to the plate. Seeing with the adjustment he has made since 2016, a little higher leg kick, and then he gets that foot down. And when you look at this season, that 2 toe taps and he's through the baseball, the arc of that swing much more compact this season as compared to a couple of years ago when it was a little bit longer, more loopy as far as the swing from Anderson Simmons.
Loopy's no bueno.
No.
Anderson. It'll fly ball to center field in his last plate appearance. 0 for 2 tonight. Popped up. We go to the 8th. 5-0 Rays.
series 5-0 so far. Welcome to our TV set. Jose Mota with you. Joe Margubazan and I for Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. And take a closer look at Andrew Heaney's performance. Hurt today only by one swing. Upland High School product Daniel Robertson. One pitch got away up in the zone. And for Robertson, number 5 of the season, it is a grand slam as the Angels offense continues also to sputter here against the Rays. We'll hope to see some late charge here in this inning. Victor?
Thanks a lot, Jose. As we begin the 8th inning, Ref Snyder, Field, and Smith for the Rays here in the 8th. Justin Anderson, 6 pitches. 5 to get the final out of the 7th. Ref Snyder, the left fielder tonight, 0 for 3.
One thing you look for Anderson, he has that nasty slider. You just got to make sure you don't overthrow that pitch. Sometimes you try to throw it a little bit too hard. You can't get a hitter to expand the strike zone when it's that far off the plate.
Down goes Ref Snyder, 1 away.
He's certainly done a lot of really good things on the mound wearing that Angel uniform since getting that call up. He's had a couple tough stretches here and there, but between his slider and his fastball, he really gets a number of swing and misses.
Johnny Field, the right fielder. Walk, single, and a strikeout. Coming to play tonight, the Rays with a 5-game winning streak. The Angels on the other end, 4-game losing streak. You've gone through stretches like this, Gooby, in your career. Go from a Tuesday night. You're just a matter of outs away from picking up a victory and going 10 games over 500. The bullpen and Jose Alvarez have issues that night. They lose that game. And now you're on the verge, if this score holds up, being just 4 games over 500. And meanwhile, even though Houston lost today, Oakland won, Seattle's winning.
That's a tough one. When you have a game and you feel you got a chance, you're going to win your 2nd series of the season against the world champs. Instead, you end up losing that series. After that game 3 with Verlander was excellent, but you had that game. You felt you had that game in game 2. Sometimes as a team, those kind of games in which you feel it's in the bank and it gets away from you, it just slows down your momentum and you create doubt, and we've seen that. And they faced some real tough pitching in that Astros series, but still you had another opportunity to win a series against that starting staff, and it went away late in game 2.
Called strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson, 2 outs.
.99 with that fastball. Location perfect. 2nd strikeout in a row.
Alex Smith, 0 for 3. Looking ahead to the Angels' bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Kinsler, Marte, and Calhoun. Yarborough's retired 7th straight since a single by Marte in the 5th. That's the play that Jeffrey got thrown out at 2nd on. Justin falling behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Three-0. Sucre on deck. He went 6 innings tonight, 4 runs. All 4 unearned, 3 hits, including a home run to Robertson, 7 strikeouts. Ramirez giving up a run. It was earned. 2/3 of an inning. 2 walks, 1 was intentional. Here comes the 3-0. It's a different strike, 3-1. Ground ball back toward the middle, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. With 2 outs, speedy Malik Smith is on board. Sucre gets an opportunity.
Imagine he'll be going probably by the first pitch thrown here by Anderson.
Oh for 2 tonight for the backup catcher. Walked and scored the second. Shohei Ohtani on the mound tomorrow afternoon as we wrap up the homestand. To be determined going for the Rays. And low throw. Marte can't come up with it. That'll be an error on Justin Anderson.
Low throw gets away from Marte, allows Smith to get into scoring position now for the Rays. They try to add on here late.
So Smith now in scoring position. Don't have to worry about him at first base anymore. And while I know you want to pay attention to him, got 2 outs, number 9 hitter up. He swipes it cleanly, swipes it cleanly.
Yeah, especially when you have swing and miss stuff that Anderson has. You got to think in terms of, I'm going to get this batter at the plate. That's your mindset.
Foul back, 0-2. And I guess that's more my point, is that you've got a youngster still cutting his teeth at the major league level. Probably not used to throwing a lot to first base, especially with his stuff. I know you have to do it, but he's the back end of the bullpen guy. And let him just kind of focus in on what's happening at the plate. Thank you, ball. That froze everybody. 1-2. Anderson wanted that one as he started to walk off the mound.
That's one of those ones, it's a good idea to step back and regroup if you're Anderson, especially as a young pitcher.
Two-2 pitch. Fastball up the middle. Kinsler to the backhand has it. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels trailing it 5-0. Catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.tv Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-0 Rays. Yarbrough back out there. 79 pitches so far through 6 innings.
Most he's thrown in the game this year has been 5. He did that a couple of times.
4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 3 hits allowed. He's retired 7th straight. Kinsler takes outside. Ian 0 for 2. A fly ball to center. And a little check swing roller back to Yarbrough.
This 1 inning so far, he's had 2 base runners on in the same inning. That was back in the 4th inning, and Anderson Simmons at the plate. He's been so good with runners in scoring position this season.
Simba jumped on that first pitch and lifted a fly ball to shallow center, and that was it for the Angels. Kinsler drives one out toward left field. Refsnyder racing back, not going to get there. It's the base of the wall. Refsnyder drops it, and Kinsler in at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that's a start here. Good swing from Kinsler. Look at that fastball trying to cut it inside part of the plate, and Kinsler finds that one. As far as a little hesitation and threw the baseball well for Kinsler, lines that one. One hops the wall in left center field. His 6th double of the season.
Jeffrey Marte 1 for 2, struck out looking in the 3rd, got a single in the 5th, tried to stretch it into a double, and was thrown out easily at second. Double by Ian, the 4th hit for the Angels tonight. Jim Johnson getting ready. Looks like he'll pitch the 9th. Two balls, no strikes.
And now if you're Jeffrey right here, you need multiple base runners on in the inning. Don't help him out on a 2-0 pitch. It's because it's one of those counts where you can do some damage and drive the ball. But you have to make sure it's in the strike zone. Good count to get a fastball.
Yeah, it's not a 1-run game where you're like just hoping to move the runner over. Kinsler had a huge walking lead and ends up taking 3rd easily. Yarbrough never looked at him. And Marte alertly takes that pitch, even though it was a fastball in there. 2-1.
And not even paying attention to him. Didn't even get that. We talk about varying your look back to second. Just basically walks into 3rd. 4th stolen base of the season. 23rd stolen base for the Angels. It caught 4 times.
2-1 pitch. Two at 2. Calhoun on deck. 2-2 to Jeffrey.
So often after a batter takes a pitch that he knew that's exactly where he wanted to get that pitch thrown, and then that next pitch you expand your strike zone. That's exactly what happened on a cutter well off the plate inside against Marte.
Marte reaching forward, fouls it off, spoils an off-speed pitch. Jeffrey getting to start at first base tonight. Tough night. Chance to make up for it here. Kinsler over at 3rd, leadoff double, then a stolen base. Nobody out. We're in the 8th. Action beginning in the Rays bullpen. Jeffrey bounces this one to short. Run will score, and it's 5-1. The base is clear now for Calhoun. Marte gets credited with this RBI. His 9th of the year. Cole for 2, a fly ball to left and a ground ball to second. Rowe, Stanek, couple of righties. Chris Young will pinch hit for Cole. Visit to the mound now. Chris Young, 133 batting average. 1 double, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter this year. Got the start out in left field last night. Going 0 for 3. Hey, stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show for the business of sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed. Check swing, roller to short. Low throw, and it's bobbled at first base by Crone, and Young will reach. An error by Robertson on that low throw.
The 3rd error of the season at shortstop for Robertson. Check swing. Robertson coming in, a little bit of a bobble on the transfer and the low throw. Crone unable to scoop it.
And that's going to be it for Yarbrough. Kevin Cash coming out. A couple of righties coming up. 2 righties getting ready. Cash will go to the bullpen. Yarbrough did a nice job. His 6+ innings tonight. Relief of Sergio Romo got the start. Went 1. Yarbrough goes 6+. The pitching change. We're in the 8th. Angels getting a run so far. It's 5-1 with 1 out. Rays on top. Four hits, 1 run earned, 4 strikeouts and a walk. And Chris Young over at first base, reaching on the error by Robertson. As Chaz Rowe comes off for the 2nd consecutive night. Rowe last night, going 2/3 of it, and he gave up a home run. And that was to Trout. Maldonado 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, and a shot back to the mound.
Those fastballs, 91, 95. Will throw a slider, a lot of them, when he's ahead of the count.
Some late life to it, too. We saw that last night. 1-0. 2-0. Throw picked up by the Rays last year from the Atlanta Braves. Originally a first-round pick of the Rockies. At a high school in Lexington, Kentucky. That was back in 2005. Time of the big leagues with the Diamondbacks, Yankees, Orioles, Braves, and now the Rays. 3-0. Top of the order, and Cozart on deck.
And if you're Maldonado, the knee for base runners, unless it's right in that zone, force him to throw 2 strikes in a row.
Good lead for Young over at first base. 3-1. Ground ball toward third. Around the horn double play. The Angels are done here in the 8th. They get a run. It's 5-1 Rays as we head to the 9th. Takes over on the mound for Justin Anderson, who had been going an inning and a third tonight. Anderson, like many of the Angels relievers, got a lot of work here in the early going. This will be his 24th game, 2-1 mark at a 4.30 ERA. And it's the top of the order coming up for the Rays. Robertson, Crone, and Duffy. Johnson last pitched on Thursday. 1/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned on 4 hits. Gave up the home run to Denard Span. Chris Young stays in the game. He's in right field after pinch hitting for Cole Calhoun. No other changes for the Angels. Robertson tonight 1 for 3, the grand slam in the second. Walked and scored in the 7th. Oh, 2 count on Robertson. Angels in the bottom of the 9th. And Cozart, Trout, and Upton due up. At the moment, nobody warming up for the Rays. Chopper to short. 1 down. TJ Crone tonight 1 for 3, singled in his last plate appearance. And now action begins earnestly. The Rays pen. Stanek had already been warming up. Pulled foul just wide of the bag. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stanek called back up today. Second stint with the Rays. He's faced 15 batters this year, and he has struck out 7 at the major league level. Two balls, 2 strikes. Matt Duffy on deck. Full count. Oh, see the news? Howie Kendrick, ruptured Achilles.
I saw he was carted off after a fly ball at and left.
Down goes Crone. Howie will have surgery on Monday. Two outs, nobody on. Duffy coming up. He's walked twice, 0 for 2 overall. Ground ball to short. Johnson has himself a 1-2-3 ninth. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. See if the Angels can do it. It's Stanek, top of the order coming up. taking over on the mound. 26-year-old. First round pick of the Tampa Bay Rays. 2013 draft at the University of Arkansas. Went to my high school, Blue Valley High School in Stillwell, Kansas. This will be his 4th game, 3 2/3 innings, 1 earned run this year. And in 21 games last year, at a 5.85 earned run average.
My Hyundai key going back to that today for the Angels to be successful against the Rays. 1 number away, whether it's been a fastball away or something off speed away. The Angels have not adjusted to that against the Rays, and Yarborough threw the ball very well coming in relief for Sergio Romo. Was excellent. So you're going to get a lot of fastballs, the number 1 against Stanek, that's for sure.
Cozart 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. One and 2.
He would drop that breaking ball in the strike zone.
Line to right field. Nice piece of hitting by Cozart. Got a fastball. Leadoff man on board to start the 9th.
Well, that's a swing you've been wanting to see for a while there from Zach Cozart, to staying back on that, going with the pitch, a fastball away and lining it to right field. Gets a fastball. It's gonna be above the belt. Stays back on it well and lines it in the right field. Good swing there from Zach Cozart.
Trout 1 for 3, a double in the 4th. His 9th of the season. Takes a fastball, 98. Hammered out to deep left field. Ref Snyder going back at the wall. Gone! Big fly for Mike Trout. 2-run shot. The Angels are down 2.
Mentioned Trout starting to get that timing together. A double, his 2nd at bat, and a home run in his 4th at bat. 3 extra base hits in the last 2 nights for Trout. 14th home run of the season. And some stress now for Kevin Cash. So he's going back down to the bullpen. A fastball, didn't get it upstairs, even though it's 99. It's the middle part of the plate, lower part of the strike zone. Trout does not miss that. Very similar to the swing on a slider last night that he hit out. This time he gets a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And well out.
Pitching change for the Rays. Another here in the 9th. 5-3 Tampa Bay. 5-3 Rays, bottom of the 5th inning with nobody out. Jesus Colomé takes over on the mound. Alex Colomé. Stanek is getting a chance to watch this with face 2 batters. Gave up a single and that long home run. Colomé, 29-year-old. 47 saves for the Rays last year. He was an all-star for them in 2016 when he had 37 saves.
Colomé's fastball is going to be a firm one, 93-97. Throw a slider and a changeup.
21st game of the year. He's given up 23 hits in 19 2/3. He has struck out 21. He's walked 7. His whip right now it's at a career high, 1.525. Here's Upton. First one down and away. Justin tonight 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to center.
He throws a lot of sliders, even when he's behind in the count. He likes to go right back to a slider on a 1-1 count to a right-handed batter.
The chopper toward third. Duffy's got it. 1 out.
And there it was again. 1-1 slider. First pitch to right-handed batters. 2/3 at a time, he'll throw a slider. Albert, 2 for 7 against him with a home run.
A little bit high. Pujols, a single walk and a strikeout. Cute foul.
Boy, all sliders so far from Colomé coming out of the bullpen, even though he throws 93-97. His own pattern, like he did with Justin Up, probably would see another slider here.
Simmons on deck. 1-1.
Here it was.
Five, 3 Rays, 1 out here in the 9th. Simmons on deck. Modified windup. 1-2. Hammered down the left field line, but just out in front of it, hooks it foul. Not a good look for a manager.
No. Okay, let me look at some data here. I don't think that's the pitch we want to throw Albert Pujols. So you're going to try to go down and away on a slider. Like way down and away on the slider.
Just looking for a base runner right now.
Yep. And in these counts too, 9 out of 10 times he'll throw a slider here on a 2-2 count.
Two to Albert on the way, and he chases it. 2 outs. Halo's down to the last out.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Daniel Robertson. The difference in this game with his first career grand slam, that was way back in the 2nd inning. A big game for Daniel Robertson coming home. 5 hits in this series so far, including 5 walks. But a grand slam, First career and also a home run in last night's game.
Andrelton fouls it off. 0 for 3 tonight. Double play ball, fly ball to center, and a pop up to Sucre, the catcher. He's reached base safely in 25 straight games. Coming into play tonight, that's in jeopardy. Kinsler, the man on deck. 0-1. Chopper back up the middle. That's Wendell, the second baseman. And the Rays have made it 3 in a row against the Angels tonight. The final 5-3. Not the way you wanted to see it, as the Angels losing streak goes to 5 now. Yarbrough picks up the victory as he ended up going 6+ innings. Andrew Heaney will take the loss, even though the 4 runs he allowed were unearned. He goes to 2-3. 5-3 the final. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.